heading back from the VA, my psych appointment, my weekly psych appointment. And there is nothing wrong talking to someone about whatever issues. Put that out there. That was part of the conversation today of host stigmatism, perception that if you talk to someone, you must be crazy, especially in the military, because that is something that I heard for years and years and years. Along with if you go to the VA, stigmatisms about, perceptions about X, Y, and Z. If you go there, something's wrong with you. That's all bullshit. Bunch of BS. If you have something that's weighing you down, whatever that may be, get it out. Talk about it. Talk about it. I had one of my sailors come to me that I served with. We've both since retired, but when I say my sailors, they're all still my sailors. They're all still my kids. That's just the way I look at it. I'm still there for them, like a parent would be, wanting to, especially those that are still serving, wanting to do what I can to help them succeed in their career. No different than, as I've said, for the viewers, for those of you that do not know me, whatever it is, I'm here for you. But with all that being said, if you have something that's really weighing you down, something that happened, doesn't matter if it's military side, civilian side, speaking from experience, do not keep that crap in. All right? It will get you depression. That'll be the end result. Depression, which can lead to, which so many veterans, you'll hear quite often, 22 a day, 22 veterans per day commit suicide. And so much of that is from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Many veterans, we just call it PTS, post-traumatic stress. We don't like the word disorder. Once again, that whole perception that something's wrong with you. It's PTSD is something that you've experienced, and it's still traumatizing to you, is what it is. So with post-traumatic stress, you get anxiety, you get depression, you hypervigilance, you get angry. So like you send you to anger management, which I failed and I had to take twice. So there's many different components like of post-traumatic stress disorder. So when people hear the PTSD, it's like, must be crazy. It's like, you don't know, I am crazy. Crazy in many other ways. Gotta be crazy to get through this world. But now we gotta talk it out. Gotta talk about stuff. I've experienced so much personally through the military and life in general, but especially with the military, good. And like I've stated in previous videos, so much bad throughout my career, and I'm telling you from experience, you got to talk, you got to get that shit out. You keep it in, it's just going to eat you up. And so I had a good session. I have been seeing my current psychologist now for almost 4.5 years. I go every Friday. And I won't be seeing, I'm sure, her for much longer. Before that, I had seen a civilian psychologist, and I have actually been in mental health therapy since 1996, when some of my trauma first occurred, and I've had multiple traumas with the military throughout my career. Because the military, doesn't matter what branch, some branches I think, have higher statistics than others, but then again, for instance, like the Army, there are a lot more. It's the largest branch out of all of the military branches, so there's a lot more individuals, so of course you're going to have higher statistics. So yeah, if you have whatever it is weighing you down, Do not be afraid. Do not be concerned what other people may think, because honestly, their opinion, their approval is not required. It does not matter. You gotta live your life for yourself. And if you do not have mental health, you're not going to have physical health. And once again, I'm also speaking from experience, because dealing with so much mentally, with my depression and anxiety and all that, it does not matter. Like, I can work out, I can eat healthy, I can do all kinds of things, but I still gain weight. And so much of that is because of my mental health. You know, I've been struggling with my weight. I first actually started to gain weight my last 6 months or so when I was in. And like I said, you know, I could eat a bunch of veggies, eat all kinds of healthy food, and it didn't matter. It did not matter. But then I started on the snowball effect, and I'd get depressed, and then what happens with depression is, you know, you get very stagnant, you'll be sitting in the house, closed off, and I stopped working out, and it was just a snowball effect. So, yeah, I've been battling my way back, and I think that's one of the reasons I'm still in my therapy with my psychologist, because, you know, they'll often in the VA, which I highly recommend talking to somebody at the VA if you are a veteran, if you are eligible for the VA benefits, because not all veterans are eligible. But they'll often take you out of one type of therapy if it is no longer working, or if they think that you have reached whatever maximum therapeutic, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're able to get whatever type of results, then they'll switch you over to another form of mental health therapy. And there are, believe it or not, there are a ton of different programs. I've been in a few different ones, you know, until they find what works for you. And, you know, I mean, some individuals, I've seen many come and go. They'll be there for a week, they'll be there for maybe a month or two, 6 months, and then they just don't show up. But I'm speaking from experience. If you have whatever it is going on, like I said, personal or military, especially any type of issues that you've experienced serving in the military. And for those of you that are new to the military, I'm not saying this to scare anyone, but things are going to happen. They will happen. You will experience, whether it be sexual harassment, sexual assault, you know, just any type of discrimination. It happens. The military is not perfect. It is just like any other, you know, area of the community, as far as, you know, working in the civilian sector, that yes, many individuals, including myself, would like to see the military, you know, hold it to themselves to a higher standard. Going to the VA can also, depending once again on when you served, what the type of trauma you may have experienced, you can go to the vet center, things of that nature. There's many different programs and organizations out there, nonprofit, that also cater to veterans to prevent that 22 suicides a day with veterans. So there is a lot of help. Do not feel ashamed of asking for help. All right? Doesn't mean you're weak. Actually means you're very strong, because you're recognizing that there's a problem, whatever it may be. You have an issue, and you know, you want to get better. Okay, so yeah, I've like I said, I've been in and out of therapy for years, and you know, years ago I knew there was something wrong, but I did not know what it was that I was facing. And it wasn't until 20 some years later when some other stuff had happened. Actually, back in 2013, when I had dealt with some harassment over in Afghanistan as a chief by fellow members of my chief's mess. So, you know, it can be your peers. It doesn't matter what the pay grade is. You're not exempt. But I cannot stress enough, you know, get help. It's, you know, regardless to if you're a civilian, mental health is so important. And, you know, it's, a lot of people still think it's taboo to talk about, while others, you know, it's become more acceptable to talk about in today's day and age. But this is something I've been dealing with for more than half of my life. So, yeah. Learn from my mistakes. Do not keep it in. Get help. Talk about it. Resources are available for veterans. You know, do not let that discourage you from serving if you have not yet enlisted. You know, stuff happens even on the civilian side. It happens. It's everywhere. So, yeah. Big thing is, like I said, talk to someone. Cannot stress it enough. Talk. Talk your ear off. If you need somebody, you know, you need some guidance, you need to get some, have some different type of insight, you know, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here for you guys, especially when it's a subject such as this, because this is near and dear to my heart. I have allowed it to control so much of my life over the years, and I'm talking about control like in a bad way. You know, that's where a lot of, not speaking for myself as far as like substance abuse, but a lot of drinking and drugs and things of that nature. Once again, not just with veterans, it's across the board with anyone, but especially, you know, since I am a veteran, you know, if you are a veteran and you are dealing with some of this stuff, like I said, there's a lot of free resources for you guys. And I've been to many different nonprofit organizations that have helped me immensely. I'll be making some videos on that, sharing that information, because, like I said, I found it to be very beneficial. But it's like anything in life, it's what you put in is what you get out. But you need to talk to someone, whoever that is, preferably a professional. And as a veteran, you have these resources at the VA hospital, at the vet center. And, you know, it's not a sign of weakness. It is not. It's a sign of strength. And, you know, reach out to someone, if not me, to another veteran, to, you know, a family member, whoever it may be that you trust. Reach out and, yeah, get the help that you need, because do not be a statistic. I was almost a statistic. I was almost one of those 22. And, yeah, so until the next video, hope you guys have a great day. Take care, be safe, and if you're in South Florida, stay dry. I'll see you then. Bye.